Hi there, good evening. It's time for another video. I just discovered something that was really handy while I was working on my Bearhawk, and I thought I'd share it with other folks. Maybe it'll be of use to them. It's Saturday night, and if you look at it here, it's typical. I'm out here, it's late, it's 11 o'clock at night, and it's a balmy -7 degrees outside, but it's a real comfy 64 degrees in here. So my problem is, when I'm working on the aircraft, I always have to fuss with trying to put little tabs on really weird places. Right now I'm trying to put the gas cylinders on that help hold my doors up when they're in the up position. So I've been putting the brackets on for that. And you can see how this bracket is here. It's on a round tube, it's a flat bracket. But trying to get something to clamp that in place is next to impossible. So what I did was I found out, or I just discovered, I guess, for lack of better terms, my magnetic base that I have for my lathe. And that's the one that holds dial indicators on things, and it really works really well, and I'll show you how I've done that. Okay. If you've never seen one of these before, what it is, it's a magnetic base with an articulating arm, and it's used for holding a dial indicator or any other measuring instrument on a piece of equipment that you may have, like a milling machine or a lathe, or you can even use an engine compartment to put a dial indicator on, measure something. Really nice and handy to have when you're doing that sort of thing. And what it is, it's got a magnetic base, and it's got basically a switch on it. If you do this, if you flip the switch over in this direction, real easy, it just moves around. It's got a B base to it, you can see. It'll hold itself on different spots. But if you take and activate the magnet, it's really stout. I mean, you can see it shaking this. Actually, I'm shaking the camera too, but I'm shaking the welding table, and it really doesn't want to move. The other neat part about it is it's got this articulating arm, and it articulates in pretty much any direction you want it to go. What's kind of neat about this is this joint here, and this joint also. With this one knob, if you loosen it, you can move all these arms in whatever direction you want. And then once you're done and have your dial indicator placed where you want, or whatever you have, in this case I've got my little tab, all I have to do is tighten the knob, and that's it. It holds it in place. Pretty neat. So now I'm going to show you how I'm going to use this to hold that tab so I can spot weld it. Okay, excuse my reach, but I had to run over or reach over and set the camera up, turn it on. So here's the base, like I showed you. I just brought it over from the welding table, and I've got my little alignment marks. Hang on, I'll get my old man glasses on and make sure it's lined well. So I take the base, get it kind of close wherever I want it. I'll go ahead and turn on the magnet, and so now it's fixed. And what I'll do now is I'll take and I'll move the articulating arm around to where my bracket lines up. So I'm moving around here. I've got my witness marks already here on the fuselage itself. I've got them measured out. So I've got the tab centered on the tubing here, and I've got the hole aligned where I need it. It's aligned vertically and it is aligned horizontally, and I'll just tighten this knob, and voila, it's all set. Now all I have to do is just get my welder, my TIG there, put a couple tacks on it, make sure it's all right in the right spot, and then I'll finish weld it up and we're done. I wish I would have thought about this 7 or 8 years ago when I started this project, because that little tip or that little thing would have made life a heck of a lot easier. I suppose that if I have a lot of tubing and I have to have brackets on there, I could just take a little plate of sheet metal and clamp it to where I need to have this base, turn it on, then I can go ahead and articulate the arm with whatever piece I'm trying to tack on. So hopefully it'll save you some time. It's saving time for me now, but like I said, I wish I would have known this a number of years ago. But anyway, hope it helps out. Have a good one.